The May 2026 local elections may have changed the pressure around UK immigration faster than many migrants expected across England, Wales, and the wider political debate. In a stunning result, Reform UK has made major gains across England. Both Labour and the Conservatives lost heavily. And in Wales, Plaid Cymru has become the largest party. Reform also finished second in Wales, and that matters because when political pressure rises, immigration usually moves quickly to the centre of response. If you are living and working in the UK as a migrant, this is not just another politics video or routine election update. Please take this moment seriously. What could happen next to settlement, work visas, salary thresholds, long-term security, and your future plans in Britain? Let's discuss the key points. We have seen this pattern before. When immigration becomes a major political pressure point, parties respond by sounding tougher and moving faster. They try to win back support with stricter proposals, and migrants already inside the system are often the first to feel it. Labour's 2025 White Paper already proposed doubling the standard settlement period from 5 years to 10 under a broader earned settlement model. And now, after these local election results, that pressure has intensified again, making immigration policy even more politically sensitive than before. Reform UK is presenting itself as the main anti-immigration challenger, and its official policies go much further than Labour's current proposals. Reform says it would abolish ILR, replace it with a 5-year renewable visa, raise salary thresholds, and tighten language requirements. It also wants stricter character requirements and tighter limits on benefits, which is exactly why many migrants are watching these results closely. Because even if reform is not in government, its rise can still shift the national conversation and influence the government's next move. The bigger reform gets at council and regional level, the more pressure Labour comes under to prove it is tough on immigration. And when that happens, the people who feel the impact first are usually migrants already inside the system and approaching settlement. That includes skilled worker visa holders, families planning ILR, and workers trying to build a stable and permanent future in the UK. The government has already said the standard qualifying period for settlement is intended to move from 5 years to 10 years. Here is where it gets more serious. The local election results were not small, symbolic, or limited to one unhappy protest vote. Reform's gains were described as historic, including control of councils such as Essex and Sunderland, and more than 1,000 seats nationwide. In Wales, Plaid Cymru ended Labour's long dominance, while Reform surged into second place with 34 seats in a major breakthrough. That means this was not a one-town protest vote. It was a much wider signal of political frustration across multiple parts of Britain. So the real question is not just who won councils. The real question is what the major parties now do in response. Because if Labour believes it is losing voters to Reform, it may feel forced to move even harder on migration policy. And if that happens, proposals that once sounded extreme can quickly start to look politically useful inside Westminster and government thinking. That is why migrants need to stop treating election results like distant political theater with no real effect on everyday immigration policy. These shifts can turn into white papers, consultations, immigration rules changes, salary threshold rises, and new visa restrictions very quickly. The government's own white paper and later settlement consultation already show the direction of travel, tighter control and longer routes. They also point toward more conditions attached to permanence in the UK, which makes this political shift especially important for migrants. If you want clear UK immigration updates that explain what these political changes could mean for your visa and ILR, subscribe now. This is the kind of story that can move from politics to policy very fast And when it does, you need facts early. Now let's bring this down to what migrants should actually be watching, because that is where this story becomes practical and urgent. First, the biggest pressure point is settlement. Labour has already proposed earned settlement with a 10-year starting point for most migrants. Reform goes even further and says it would abolish ILR entirely, replacing it with a renewable visa model instead of permanence. That means the political debate is no longer about making the current system slightly stricter. It is about redesigning the whole route. Work visas could become harder to access and harder to keep if tougher salary thresholds and tighter rules move forward. Reform's published policy calls for higher salary thresholds and stricter visa rules, while Labour points toward a more selective system. Labour's own direction includes tighter English requirements and wider changes to legal migration routes, even if its language sounds different. So even where party proposals are not identical, the direction of travel from both sides is toward tougher entry and tougher settlement. Third, migrants should pay attention to how local political success can build national momentum before the next general election arrives. Councils are not number 10, but they can become proof of concept, showing whether a party can turn anger into lasting support. If a party gains visibility, media attention, and public legitimacy locally, that can strengthen its hand nationally very quickly. That is why people are watching whether reform can turn local wins into broader national pressure on Labour and immigration policy. Major reporting after the election described exactly that kind of shift, with pressure mounting as traditional party loyalties continue weakening. Now, to be clear, local election results do not automatically change immigration law the very next day after votes are counted. And no one should panic based on headlines alone. But it would also be a mistake to ignore the signal completely. When immigration becomes one of the loudest political issues in the country, the risk of new restrictions rises significantly. This could reshape policies in the near future. That is especially true when a challenger party is gaining traction by promising to be even tougher than the government. So what should migrants take from this right now? Take it as a warning to stay alert, not a reason to panic. If you are on a route to ILR, pay very close attention to earned settlement reforms and future immigration rules changes. If you are on a skilled worker route, watch salary thresholds, settlement criteria, language rules, and anything affecting long-term residents. If you are planning to move to the UK, understand that the political environment is becoming more hostile and more uncertain. Labour's white paper and later consultation already laid out a significant tightening of settlement policy, and Reform wants something harder still. This is why so many migrants are worried about these election results, even though councils alone do not control immigration law. They matter because they can change the political weather, and political weather often shapes immigration policy long before people realize it. Labour's losses matter because they make that pressure harder to ignore, especially on migration, settlement, and future visa restrictions. And migrants should watch this very carefully because the next stage may not be another headline, but another policy move. It may be another consultation, another statement of changes, another salary threshold rise, or another restriction on long-term residence. If this video helped you understand why these local election results matter for UK immigration, like the video and share it. And tell me in the comments, do you think these results will push the government toward even stricter immigration policy soon? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next update.